obviously all Josh's family is there.
That's cool.
And dude, there was like.
I'm Rich.
And I'm Josh.
Make sure your Walkman is at full battery because we're diving into our dad tapes.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for listening to tape number 48 of the Dad Tapes. Let's get rolling.
So, what is it we're drinking tonight, bro?
Tonight we're drinking another Glasstown Brewery. This one is the Super. Kind of looks like a...
Super C, bro.
Oh, Super... Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that it was a C. My bad. Super C.
If you check the notes, it's like literally in the show notes where it says Super C, and it's a New England IPA with a 6.5% ABV. If you saw that there...
I was too busy thinking about Jimmy's Man.
Yeah, you fucking would be, bro. Let's get to cracking. God damn it.
Ooh. Ooh. It's kind of nutty.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh, dude, it's actually pretty good. It's a very strong blend.
Yeah.
Because it's made with Citra, Cascade, and Centennial. And it's a very strong blend. I don't know how I feel about it.
I honestly don't either. I mean, I'm not saying it's not bad. I definitely wouldn't drink it more than once. It's not my cup of tea, but
I would drink it again. I don't know. The verdict's still out for me on what I actually think about it. You know, I once we get to 50, we should rank our 1 to 50 beers.
I like that idea.
And
yeah.
I know what one of my bottom beers are going to be is one of those fucking Cape May Shandies you got us that one time. And that damn Bush Peach. That's going to be down in the bottom 10, bro.
You wanna know what I think is going to be in the top 5, in my opinion? The Fuego.
Yeah.
The Fuego.
That was good.
Yeah.
Tonewood.
I honestly, literally, I thought about the other night when we were recording our 1 year episode, you know, I saw the Tonewood Fuego and I'm like, oh, man, dude, like,
if only.
Like, I kind of wanted to get it, but I'm like, at the same time, no, man, we got to keep going with the tradition of a different beer for a different week. So
I know we have to. It's been 1 year. We have to, dude.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Like, I think there should be a point in the show where we bring back some of our favorite beers.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
We need to. I think ultimately we still need to continue the path of the new beers.
Yeah, broadening our horizon more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because how many people can say they've had 48 different beers in a year?
Not many people, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are people out there, but
the majority are not. No. And we're in that minority, and I think that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And it's not like we're just like beer connoisseurs. No, we're doing it for this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but that crap aside, bro, how's your week been?
Not bad. Busy at work. Our loader operator's down, so I'm having to fill in for her. So
You're filling in everything, bro, and not the good things either.
Yeah, right. No, it's fucking crazy. I don't know how she does it, dude. It's nonstop all day. Like, sometimes you don't even get a break to just stop to go to the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah, because you got customers constantly coming in, so you're constantly having to load customers and shit.
That's...
So it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I don't mind the pace because it makes the day go by faster, and I kind of enjoy it, but at the same time, I don't enjoy not having like 5 seconds to just chill for a minute. You know what I mean?
Take a pee.
Yeah, you don't always get it. I mean, you have your days where it's really slow, which is nice. But at the same time, you have your days where you're just constantly fucking moving.
Well, it's the springtime. I mean, all the landscapers
And it's only
going to
get worse.
Yeah, especially for her. I mean, you're staying busy, but whatever clearly her position is the front end of everything.
Yeah. So, but
what else, bro? It sounds like it's work. So okay, work. That's great. That's never changing. What else is new, bro?
I got Addie for 3 weeks in a row, so it's pretty sweet.
3 weeks in a row, bro.
Yeah. I had her last weekend. I have her. Well, technically, it's a short weekend, but it's still kind of 3 weeks in a row for me.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's kind of like a little blessing for you.
Yeah. I have her for Easter this coming weekend, and then after that, it's my usual weekend. So, we got we're doing egg hunt at my sister's. So,
okay,
nothing too crazy, but
how was the proposal?
Dude, I got fucking drunk.
Do you even remember it?
Marin had to drive. I remembered it. Yeah, Marin had to drive home.
All right. So just to clarify, this isn't. So guys, just to clarify, this isn't Josh proposing to Marin, which let's just be honest.
Let's be honest.
But it's actually his sister Lexi, my cousin, my littlest cousin. She was proposed to by her boyfriend.
Yep.
So we're not allowed to share that. So not that they listen. Not that they listen.
I think no, Lexi does.
She does?
Yeah, Lexi listens.
Okay, congrats, Lexi. I'm proud of you.
Nah, dude, it was a good time. Josh's obviously all Josh's family is there.
That's cool.
And dude, there was like 40 people at this fucking party.
Damn.
Josh has got a big side. His side of the family's big.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
He's
yeah,
got
when we were
6
talking about
siblings.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So it's like their siblings, their significant others, or their husbands, wives, whatever.
Yeah, the extended family.
Yeah, and then you got mom, dad, and then you got friends. You got Lexi's friends, his friends.
Jesus.
And then our side of the family, it's just like, it was nuts.
Well, your side is like 5 people. So like,
yeah, right.
It's like your mom, your dad, his girl, and you, and Marin, and yeah.
There
that was
wasn't
it.
many of us
Yeah,
there.
no, there was not.
But no, it was a good time. I'm happy for her. I'm excited. She's I don't know. She
Good.
seems happy. So
Good.
that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
But nothing. That was about it. What about you? How was your week?
Bro, I'm going to start off heavy, okay?
Oh, shit.
I listened to one of our recent tapes because I forgot that I hadn't listened to it, right? Mm-hmm. It was the one that we recorded before I went on my cruise and we took our 2 to 3 week break.
Yeah.
Right? In this part of the show, you fucking told me there was a RDR3 freaking preview or a leak, bro. And you know what? I was frustrated. You didn't know anything about it. And you are fucking wrong. Nothing leaked, bro. I am never trusting another word you say about any type of game release because you did that with GTA 6 and it was just a collage of other things that were made by it. It was a fan created preview, bro. I am pissed off about that. And don't come to me anymore with some bullshit game preview leaks, okay? Because that was, you blue balled me so hard. And then I didn't even get to nut after that because I didn't get any preview at all because nothing dropped. But other than that, man, just, get her nut to get the yard ready, just... It's that time of year, bro. I mean,
Yep.
you got landscapers coming in nonstop.
Yeah.
Got to get that first step down, that fertilizer, get a lime it, get that crabgrass crap down there so I can stop that shit from invading my yard.
Don't come to us for black mulch. We can't fucking keep it.
Yeah, I'm sure, bro. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to the Home Depot for that.
Nah, don't.
And that's the other thing.
Dude, that shit's trash.
It is trash, but you know what? I got gift cards. I ain't got no gift cards to your job. I ain't got no gift cards to Cape Recycling. So,
What are
It
they?
ain't
Gift
my
cards for Home
money.
Depot?
What's that?
They gift cards for Home Depot?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the gift cards. I'll see if I can get you a gift certificate.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
buy
Okay.
shit for the kitchen.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I'll keep waiting, I guess. Don't hold my breath, right? God damn it. Then so some interesting things, bro. Bridget had a UTI.
Ugh.
First time I've ever had to deal with that. And it was yeah, just don't know what to do. It's
I can't imagine that with a 3-year-old. It just
she was cranky, miserable. Always complained that it hurt down there. It's like I can't do anything.
they suck as an adult, so it's like, and there's not
How
much.
would you know?
I've had one.
Okay. And then just do a little work update. Just honestly killing it out there. Seeing still honestly enjoying it. It's one of the best jobs I've had, but I can see the strides that I've made since I started.
Good.
And I'm just now finished my 5th week there. And so I know I technically started in January 3rd.
Yeah.
With the training and such, but I didn't even get on the floor until the end of January 27th, and then I had my 2-week vacation. So I've only actually been doing it for about 5 weeks, just that 5-week mark now. And I don't know, man. I see the strides I've made, and I can tell management definitely they see a lot of me and the growth that I made just from the way that they allow me to run my table with nobody coming to my table compared to other people who came in before me around the same time as me or a little bit after me. They people are other representatives are hitting their tables a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And they're letting me just kind of go the full way and get to the point to where it's all right, we run a credit now, right? So I enjoy it, bro. It's I kind of like it. I didn't think I'd like it this much.
Good.
But I do. It's a good little gig. So
That's what matters the most, You got to enjoy what you do.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. If you don't, then what the fuck's the point, right? You aware?
Yep, sitting here waiting.
Prepared?
Yep, sitting here waiting. I've had
bro?
I've had this book sitting in my lap since we started.
Unless farts come in lumps, I better go check my pants because that's the first time you've been ready in a while.
Yeah.
Make me shit myself.
It's time for us to be aware dads with a reading from The Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday.
The Daily Dad.
Tonight we'll be reading January 28th. Let them see you work.
Whack, 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 whack.
A parent who set an example of loving their work might help their kids more than an expensive house. Our instinct is to find that work-life balance that so many people have talked about. We aspire to succeed and achieve in each realm, but not if one comes at the expense of the other. We aim instead to silo work, to not let work intersect with our time with our kids. The problem? Well, where are your kids supposed to learn the importance of work ethic? How are they supposed to know what a hardworking dad looks like if they never actually get to see it? How are they supposed to learn what work looks like at all? That is also your job, to be the example. There is an old Latin expression. The younger ox learns to plow from the elder. That's because the oxen would be harnessed together. Not only would the kid get to see their dad do what he did, but they'd be literally strapped into it together to learn on the job. Obviously, good boundaries are important. Obviously, you don't want your work life to overwhelm or interfere with your home life, but make sure that striving for this balance doesn't accidentally deprive your kids of an important example that will serve them throughout their lives.
With the coming change of seasons, winter into spring, it's a relatively good time to talk about the competitive nature of sports and how we as parents influence our children with sports. Join us tonight as we look into the topic of youth sports and the side effects of the sports itself and the effects parents have on their children when involved in sports.
It's time for our data dump. Youth sports have long been a contemplation that parents face, mostly coming down to which sports they would allow their children to play. It's fair to say that most dads would love to see their children follow in the footsteps of their beloved sports, but we are aware that doesn't always happen. A lot of the fears parents face when letting their child choose a sport or activity are the major risks of injury. Additionally, there's reasons for concern on the academics of the student. To start on a positive note, there's a study published in the American Journal of Health Promotion that states, participating in sports at adolescent ages was directly correlated to better mental health in young adulthood and mental distress. Higher levels of intensity of sports, participation, and the level of competitive sport in childhood were associated with lower levels of mental distress in adulthood. Another study focused on adolescents found that increased levels of sports participation had a positive relationship with aspects of emotional and behavioral well-being. Lastly, a study published in 2022 found that youth who are specialized in a singular organized sport, which was defined as focused participation on the sport 4 days a week for over 3 years, were less likely to be at risk of injury compared to youth who are more diversified in organized sports. And that was our data dump.
I know you did a lot of BMX growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Baseball.
It stopped for a good reason.
Yeah.
You know? And I know you did row even.
Yeah.
But did you find growing up that, you know, your parents, more so probably your mom, didn't want you to play a specific sport compared to another? And if so, what was that sport and why?
Honestly, growing up, I really wasn't. I don't want to say I wasn't that interested in sports, to be honest.
Okay.
Even in my adult days now, I'm really not that interested in sports. I mean, I'm very selective with sports. The only thing that I really played was baseball. Growing up as a younger kid, that's all I did. That's all I ever did.
What position you play?
It was outfield. Was I right? I switched between center and right. So I played a lot more right field and then sometimes center field, but it wasn't too much that I played center field. But I was very good at actually catching pop flies and shit like that.
Yeah.
They would come out into the outfield, but that was it. I didn't play any other position.
Okay.
I sucked at bat. But that was after I got hit in the face. Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. And the way you just laid yourself up for that dunk, bro. You were just like, I sucked at bat, but that was after I got hit in the face. Come on, bro. You didn't need to say it that way. You could just simply say, like, I sucked at bat and I got hit in the face once, and I got scared. Because that's probably what happened, and I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I in the beginning, I mean,
was it a wild pitch, or did it, was it a ricochet off your bat?
No, it was a wild pitch. It hit me right in the jaw. I mean, lucky enough, it didn't fucking do any damage, but I was hurting for a while. I mean, lucky enough, I had the helmet that had the piece that comes down the side of your face, so it covers your ear as well as part of your face. That the corner, the very edge, took the majority of the hit, the blow, but it hit
still
that
probably
and
ricocheted
then
down and
rolled,
hit your jawline.
And after that, I was done. I couldn't play anymore. Could not fucking play anymore. I hated it.
Just out of fear?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I guess then, would it be fair to say BMX was your biggest sport?
Yeah. Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
What was your draw to BMX? Because, and the reason I asked that, it's such a, I don't want to say an obscure. I mean, we grew up, like Tony Hawk and like skating was just getting big.
Yeah, Bam
and
Margera and all them. Yeah.
Exactly. Bam. I didn't pay
Bam
too
was
much
my
attention
favorite,
to Bam,
you know?
but. Mine was Bucky Lasek. Bucky Lasek, but like Matt Hoffman, like that's the era that we grew up in. And Dave Mira and all that, and I can understand why he got into BMX, but it still was probably one of the lowest, I don't want to say least popular ones, but it skating was above it, but it was above like Razor Scootering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was your draw for BMX?
As in like something that was more of an obstacle for me with that?
What was your draw to it? Because I would say it's such an untraditional sport. It's not. You obviously play baseball, and I don't know how many years you played, but one time you got hit one time, and we ducked out. You didn't play soccer, you didn't play football, you didn't play hockey, nothing like that. And I played all those sports, whether it was recreationally or on a team. But what was your draw for BMX? I mean, it's such like I said, it's such an obscure kind of sport.
Honestly, I was more of like I was to an extent of an adrenaline junkie with that. I liked the fact of hitting the jumps and being midair and, obviously being close to the ground still, you know what I mean? Like not being on a fucking roller coaster because I don't do that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
But that was my adrenaline, addiction, When I first got onto a bike, I liked it, I was a little questionable about it, and then I just got hooked from there. And the fact of just hopping on a bike and just going wherever you want to go. Because one, it's a lot faster than a skateboard.
Yeah.
Two, you get a good workout doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would come home from school, get on my bike, and I would ride miles until dark and then come home.
Yeah. No,
So
I
it's
know. I know. You used to ride your bike to the mall.
Yeah. The mall, skate park, all that shit. It was my way of like also getting out in the world or nature, like I was outside, I was having fun, I was doing my own thing, I was with friends. And that was more or less the majority of what drew me to it, was because the group of friends that I hung out with was, I don't want to say the deciding factor, but it was more like a peers thing.
Okay. So fast forward to Addie.
Okay.
And she wants. Do you have any sports that you wouldn't really let her kind of dive into? I especially considering you have those hesitations with sports.
Honestly, no. I don't want to say I have anything that I think negatively. There's things where I think positive, like, hey, I hope she does this, because this is like something I really like hockey. I fucking love hockey.
You hope she plays
baseball.
hockey?
Huh?
You hope
oh,
she
dude, I
plays
would
hockey?
love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Even field hockey. It's still some form of hockey in a sense. But I really don't have any negative thoughts to a sport that she would want to play, because hey, if it's something she wants to do, if it makes her happy, by all means. Yeah, I'll have that worry, like, oh shit, there's a chance that she could get hurt.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge if we get there. But I don't ever want to
discourage her
or let her think that she can't do something that she thinks is going to be something that can be very positive in her life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take away that privilege in a sense, Yeah, I'll always have that worry, but I don't think I'd ever tell her she can't do something, in that sense anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have my hopes on things that she, plays. Softball,
we
baseball,
all do, bro. We
hockey.
all got our hopes. Like, I would love for Declan to play soccer, and and it seems like Bridget might get in the horseback riding, which is super expensive. That's exciting. Fun for that.
That's expensive. It's cool though.
Yeah. It's expensively cool. Yeah.
So one thing I want to kind of ask you is, a lot of parents are very pushy when it comes to sports with their kids. They're very selective about what they want their kids to play, and they force them to play certain sports. And I sadly know a lot of parents that did that. Me growing up as a kid myself, as well as I see people doing it now still. I know that you wouldn't do something like that. And I know, like we had just talked about, like you hope that Declan, plays soccer.
Yeah.
Are you going to, is there a way that you might kind of hey, this is really cool. Like, you should try it. And kind of give him that influence of something that he can go and play, and he might like it too, instead of pushing them to say, nope, you're playing soccer whether you like it or not.
I would open the door. I'd be like, hey, and that's actually because he's already played soccer.
Yeah.
He's done a little bit of it, and he actually does enjoy it, which is awesome. And the reason I also think soccer would be good for him, besides, and I would love that for him, but besides my love for it for him, would be the fact that it involves a lot of the things he does. He's he's all about running. Like field and track could work for him.
Yeah.
He's a very active person. He has a lot of stamina. And I know he's a kid. I know every kid does. But the kid's honestly quick. Legitimately, he was there with all these older kids, a year older, 2 years older than him in this soccer camp, and he was honestly, it was probably 30 to 40 kids. It was 30 to 40 kids. He was the second fastest one. He was the second fastest kid on that damn field.
Damn.
And he was a year to 2 years younger than all of them.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah. But no, I would never push him. And growing up, my experience, my parents didn't push me in any sports.
Yeah.
I'll say that first and foremost. But the one thing I will say is, my mom did a lot of a better job than what my dad did in not supporting, but reinforcing and lifting me up. And my dad was the opposite. He would be overly critical. He would criticize. He would point things out. Even though if I had a good game, he would say congrats, but most of the time it would have been you could have done this better or that better. You know, overly analytical.
Yeah,
and that's something I wouldn't do, because just living through that experience, it definitely, you beat yourself up over it.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that experience, because it's gonna allow me not to kind of harp, because I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist. But, I certainly, I don't know, I have levels of, expectations.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to force those expectations on my son or on my daughter. If they play a sport, I want them to do the best that they can. That's all my expectations are.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be too forceful. And if they say they're doing the best that they can, it depends on how bad they want it. You know what I'm saying? It depends. If they really, really want this, I might challenge them, but I'm not. It's difficult, because I'm only speaking about future self.
There's a difference between giving them all right, so a lot of parents will sit there and criticize and say oh, you could have did this better, or why didn't you do this, or what were you doing? There's a different approach that you can take for that.
Yeah.
And be more.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Yeah, exactly. You could be a lot more encouraging when it comes to saying hey, what happened out there? What do you think?
What did you see?
What do you think you did wrong? What did you see? Maybe try it this way. Or I don't know, just kind of be a little bit more positive about it, And a lot of parents aren't like that. They're very pushy.
No, you're absolutely right. No, and I've seen, as you pointed out, other kids and the way that their parents would treat them. My parents, neither of my parents were horrible. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
My dad absolutely was a pusher, but it's not he ever pushed me into doing something. It was like I just said, he was just kind of hyper focused on mistakes. Whereas I've seen it in the total opposite spectrum as well, where parents just didn't even care.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what your child does, you should care.
Yeah, you got to show
Like-
some sort of attention.
Exactly. Like if Bridget wants to get into gymnastics, like I'm gonna do as much research as I can to help her.
Yeah.
You know, it's important for us to be those guiding bodies for them, because yeah, they're the ones doing the work. Yes, they're the ones putting in the hours. Yes, they are the ones putting themselves on the line.
Yep.
But we're their parents, and they still depend on us. And if it's not something I can help her with personally or help him with personally, it's on me to do more, to do more research, to do more physical activities. And that's another element, you know, in and of itself, to just even stay physically adequate.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
As
there
a
for
parent.
we're there for the support. One thing I want to ask you is, when it comes to kids in sports, there's a lot to learn, a lot of life lessons that they can actually gather from sports.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? Like, what values do you want your kids to learn from playing in sports, whether it's recreational or academic sports?
First and foremost, persistence, hard work, because I mean those are just two things that are applicable in, you know, multifacets of life, you know, ranging from work to just living, quite honestly. Teamwork and understanding that, you know, as self-reliant as you need to be sometimes, you also have to count on others.
Exactly.
I would say another value I want them to learn is self-reliance too.
Yeah.
And self-accountability, because you have that reliance from others onto yourself.
Yeah, because that also brings in the aspect of you wanting help from others and others wanting help from you, because
Exactly.
it brings back it brings in that aspect of, with, say, for instance, with a relationship, you know, everyone says, oh, a relationship's 50-50. No, it's not.
No. At times it might be,
Yeah, but
it's not always.
you got to be able to pick up that slack, and you got to be able to pick up something that your teammate can't handle or your teammate can't do.
Yep.
You know, like be that bigger person and say, hey, I got it real quick. You know, that's what it means to be a team.
100%. You're right. And that's, like I said, that's teamwork. And that's one of the values, I think. I mean, there's a lot of values, I think, that sports can convey onto an individual's life. I mean, teamwork, self-reliance, accountability, holding others accountable.
Yeah.
Self-discipline. I mean, you know, the list goes on. There's a lot of values that you can use in your everyday life that you can get from competitive sports.
Yep.
And even if it's individualized, even if it's like competitive surfing, for instance,
Yeah.
you know, that's a lot of accountability, self-responsibility, awareness, you know, hard work, because you just can't go out there and get on a board and enter a competition and win anything.
No.
You know, it's work, it's persistence, it's resilience. It's, you know, getting bucked off the horse 100 times and getting up onto that horse 101.
Yep.
You know, it's you know, there's I think it's harder to think of values that are not in sports that I want them to use.
Yeah.
You know, of course I don't want them to be playing dirty. You know what I'm saying? But
Kick him in the nuts.
you know,
Grab his
that's
dick and twist it.
God damn it.
You know, in conclusion, sports are always going to pose a physical risk, but there are an abundance of studies that show the positive emotional and psychological benefits of organized and individualized sports. Ultimately, we should let our children choose the sport, and it's on us to do the appropriate research to help guide our littles through their athletic journeys. We're not there to push them too hard, but we're also there to help guide them and show them that working towards a goal does take hard work, persistence, and encouragement.
So before you catch yourself into any more situations, bro, just show up to the Swift Elementary School Wednesday and Friday. You can ask for, I forget her last name, but she teaches speech.
It's not his fault he can't read.
So that'll really help you out, you know.
That is not where I thought you were going with it.
So what situations we got tonight, bro?
First one, Bonding Moment by Anonymous back in 2022. Says, today I wanted my son to take a break from his comic books and be more active. So I converted our big backyard into a home-sized football field, hoping this would motivate him to finally get into sports. While I had him running drills, I heard him grumble, "This is why mom left you." Oh my God.
Oh, bro, you deserve that one.
Yeah, you do. The next one, by Anonymous. Today my parents made me quit a school team that I absolutely loved because women aren't supposed to play sports, and we're worried that if I stayed on the team, I'd develop a manly physique.
Must have been field hockey. Didn't you date a field hockey player? Oh. She did have some wide shoulders.
Yeah. Well.
You used one to date.
And the last one, by Rhino. Today, I went to meet my girlfriend's parents for the first time. I accidentally drove past their house the first time, but saw the whole family outside waiting to meet me. I pulled a U-turn and heard a thud. The whole family watched me run over their dog.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, dude.
Your life sucks.
Bro, I'm fucking...
Bro, you done, bro? Oh, man.
That's enough internet for me for the week.
Yeah.
Holy
Well,
shit.
no, it's not because you're going to go home and watch TikToks. But speaking of that, you guys can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/dadtapes, add the Dad Tapes Podcast for Instagram, Twitter at the Dad Tapes. And where Josh is going to be on later, TikTok at Dad Tapes Podcast. But guys, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review of the show wherever you listen to us. And wherever you listen to any podcast. It helps.
Before we wrap this tape up, let's go to this week's dad joke. Why should you never criticize someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes?
Got me.
Because that way, when you criticize them, you'll be a mile away and you'll have their shoes.
Yo, that was actually really good, bro. I love that one. That actually fucking was real. That was okay. That was fire, bro.
Dude, that was fucking great.
That was a good one. That was a really good dad joke. Oh my god,
that was a good ending to the show, honestly.
Oh man, guys, just don't forget to rewind the tape before boxing it back up. You can't beat that. Just rewind it back for that dad joke, quite honestly.
Nah,
Stop
dude,
it there.
No, you got to stop it right at the joke. Don't rewind it so you can play it and remember it, and then rewind it back to the beginning of that joke again so you don't forget it.
That's what I'm saying. Just rewind it back to the dad joke. That's
Guys, if I'm not on next week's show, you know fucking why. I asphyxiated myself with my own ass.
Yo, before you stink up the joint, bro, with that fucking first with that e-cig now. Oh my good grief. Oh god, here we go.
Might
With your
help with the smell.
lime green little so girly. God, where's your pink one at, bro?
It's my book bag.
Oh good grief. Alright, I'm checking out, guys. Deuces.
I'm going to find Jimmy's mom. See you guys.